You can use a Granny Smith. I'll give it a little flavor. I don't know. Doesn't matter, Michelle. I wouldn't think so, but I'm sure she's going to get our answer to that. Okay, so you need 3 cups ultra grain all-purpose flour.
Grandma.
Yes. Okay, just a second, okay? 4 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice. Oh, and Laura, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but Dakota said she was thankful for you. So, regular apple. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. 4 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice. 2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 cup Parquet original stick softened. 2 cups firmly packed brown sugar. 1 cup egg beaters original. Dakota, I asked what everybody was thankful for. And Dakota said her mommy and daddy and her kitties, her grandma, and I can't think of her name, but you talk to her all the time. I said, Lori? She said, yes, Lori. So she's thankful. And her friends. Yeah, she said she's thankful for you. So there you go. Aren't you just special? So 2 cups firmly packed brown sugar, 1 cup egg beaters original, 1 can solid pack pumpkin, 1.5 cups of golden raisins, 1.5 cup confectioner sugar, 2 tablespoons water, 1 cup chopped pecans or walnuts, ready whip topping, optional. Okay, you preheat your oven to 350. Spray your baking pan with Pam. Combine your flour, pumpkin pie spice, and baking powder and set aside. Mix together Parquet and sugar and bowl until creamy, and egg beaters. Mix until blended. Add pumpkin. Gradually blend in the flour mixture. Stir in the raisins. Pour into the pan. Bake 40 to 45 minutes until, toothpick inserted comes out clean and cool. Blend confectioner's sugar, water, and drizzle over the cake. Sprinkle nuts over the top. And, of course, you can use whipped cream. It does. I will send this out to everybody. Thank you, Valerie. That sounds delicious, actually, and pretty simple. So that's a good thing that it's, fairly, pretty easy. Quick and easy. Mix it all together. Ta-da. So, that sounds... I like to bake, but with working you have less time, so that's easy. You put it in a big pan, and cut it up. You don't have to. It's easy. You don't have to do this and do that, and you bake it in one pan. Drizzle the stuff on it. Put your whipped cream and nuts. Yes, perfect. I was into this. I have not tried it. As long as we're on the cooking thing, has anybody tried mashed up cauliflower as potatoes? Has anybody tried that? To me, that sounds kind of gross. I didn't think I'd even try it. The other one. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori. I did forget. I've been so messed up lately. It's been terrible. I thought maybe when I spilled the hot chocolate and everything last night, it messed up. So I thought that thing going on was me. So glad it's not. I promise all of them will go out tonight as soon as we're done. You haven't tried that either? That mashed up cauliflower as mashed potatoes? That doesn't even sound good. I'm sorry. What's the other thing? They're mashing up. I don't know. Bird's Eye is doing it. They still look gross. Thanksgiving corn. I got a recipe for here. Excuse me. Let me find it here. Okay, this is Thanksgiving corn recipe. Yes, thank you, Stephen. Thank you. It is? It is good. Nah. Mashed potatoes is mashed potatoes. Why are you going to go changing that? Yeah, I know. Look who's talking over there. You've got two. So, thank you, Stephen. Cheddar broccoli soup and no cheddar. Okay, how's that possible? This is a delicious Thanksgiving corn recipe. You're going to need, this is a little trickier, but I think, this stays on the cob, but this sounds really good. You have 7 ears of corn, butternut squash instead. Ew. I'm not a big squash eater. Aw, very good, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like you too, Valerie. Ew. Oh, that's nice, Stephen. Yeah, wasn't that sweet of her, Lori? That's what she said. She's a sweetheart. Oh, yes, you're going to put it on here, right? Michelle's got a recipe for a chocolate-covered cherry pie. So she's going to put it right in, you're going to put it in the chat room, right? It does, doesn't it? I'm not a cherry pie eater, but that sounds delicious. This corn recipe actually has, and if anybody missed it, I'm grateful for it. I said it, most of you guys, I hope some of you heard me. I'm grateful for you guys, because without you guys, we would have no podcast. We wouldn't be here. So I love y'all. You guys are totally awesome. And like I said, Chris and Hike got me into this, so now they're stuck with me. So it's all your fault. Of course, my family, my friends, and all you guys, very important to me. So, and my little granddaughter over here, she cracks everybody up. She's great. Michelle, whenever you're ready, you can put the recipe on there. While you're doing that, I can tell them about the corn recipe. You get 7 ears of corn, a small red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons butter, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of half and half, 2 tablespoons flour, a 1/4 teaspoon smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of chili powder, and Parmesan cheese. Shuck the corn, rinse it, slice the corn off. Actually, since you slice the corn off the cob, I would say just get the canned corn. I mean, I'm not going to go through all that, and I'm sure you guys don't have time to do that. So just get canned corn for this, enough for 7 shucks of corn, okay? So I would just, I wouldn't go through all that. So, get your cans of corn open. Finely dice the bell peppers. Your water, which is a 1/4 cup of water. You're going to heat the water and butter in a pot. Once it starts steaming, add the corn and bell peppers. Cook it for 6 minutes, stirring frequently. Add all the remaining ingredients except the Parmesan cheese and stir to combine. Once the cream cheese has melted, pour it into a casserole dish. Top with the Parmesan cheese and bake for 15 minutes at 375 degrees. You can do this recipe a day or two ahead of time and bake just prior to serving. So instead of shucking the corn and, putting it off the cob and all that stuff, get your canned corn and heat with the butter and the peppers in a pot 6 minutes. Add all the remaining ingredients except the Parmesan. And once the cream cheese is melted, put it in a casserole dish and bake for 15 minutes. Pretty easy if you do it that way. It looks really good. All these I will send to you. But that looks really good. Little flavor. There we go. Thank you, Michelle, so much. Oh, that chocolate magic that hardens right away. Yummy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly, Laura. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm into corn dishes this year. I don't know why. I like corn. There's a recipe for fresh corn spoon bread. And I'll give that to you. And then we're going to break for some music. It does, doesn't it? Yummy, Michelle. Thank you so much for sharing that. This is called fresh corn spoon bread. It takes 10 minutes to make. 1 cup white cornmeal mix, half cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup sugar, teaspoon of salt. 4 cups corn kernels, which equals 5 to 6 ears. So, oh yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet, Michelle. Yummy. You need 2 cups of plain yogurt, 3 large eggs lightly beaten, and 1/4 cup butter melted. Yeah, you could, but instead of corn on the cob, just get the canned corn, seriously. Equal to 7 shucks of corn. And this one, it's equal to 5 to 6 ears, okay? You preheat your oven to 350. Stir together cornmeal mix, the next 3 ingredients in a large bowl. And, of course, you make a well in the center. Stir together corn and next 3, which would be your yogurt, eggs, and butter. Add to the cornmeal mixture, stirring until just dry ingredients are moistened. You spoon the corn mixture into a lightly greased rectangular baking dish. Bake at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes. Ta-da. I know. It is, isn't it? We're going to be eating ahead of time. By the time Thanksgiving gets here, we're not going to want to eat anything. It's like, oh, we already had it. Sorry. So that is one. We'll get into some desserts here in a few. But, yeah, I know I'm kind of hungry myself now. So, yeah. Sounds good. I don't know. The holidays you look forward to, I think, because of all the good eating. How much effort do you guys put into cooking the rest of the year, except the holidays? I mean, it's really, I don't cook like that normally. So, does anybody go the lazy route and use stovetop stuffing? Thawing times. For what, hon? Thawing times for what? Do you? Do you cook like a Thanksgiving dinner every night, though? Not me. Not anymore. Nope, 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 nope. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, thaw your turkey? It depends. How frozen is it? Yeah, I mean, you have it frozen? What I usually do, I'll bring it out I'll put it in the fridge, like starting Monday. Put it in the fridge. Should be thawed out. Yeah, me either, Michelle. It's like, nope.